today we are recording. We've got 4 players, and then we're gonna overlay these on top of like program strings. Yeah, we're sort of deep in it now. So let's see. The project came about as a creative solution to having a small budget, which is often how the best projects come about. And Spitfire were approached to create some program strings for a new track by the artist Shygirl. We wanted to create strings that would blend with a string quartet recording, but also bulk out the ensemble and sound realistic. So I was tasked with programming these strings. It started off with loads of conversations with the producer Blue and the arranger Amy Langley. And Amy's performed with loads of artists from Primal Scream to the Spice Girls, so no pressure.
Today we are recording live quartet to go on top of the program strings that are going to make it feel warm and lush. So I was asked to write an original composition based on a demo song that Shy had done. I was orchestrating it, closely working with Shy, like sending her a demo, she'd send back ideas back and kind of back and forth, which is the way I like to work. It feels like a proper collaboration.
Wow, that was great, the last bit.
Well done, gorgeous.
Beautiful. Okay, we ready for another one?
Yeah.
Great. Here we go.
So we have 2 violins, viola and cello. I'm a cellist. My 2 sisters are playing violin and another Amy is on viola. We work together a lot. We haven't worked this way before, so that we're joining up with programmed strings. So, you know, we're excited to hear the outcome, really.
So I was given Amy's and Shygirl's notes before I started programming. I remember that Shygirl said she wanted it to sound super sexy, and it was about translating that vision into sound and what exactly that meant. I decided to layer in a lot of portamento patches, in with the normal legato patches, and this makes it a bit more slidey and a bit more expressive. And it also gives a sense that there are more players playing and performing.
Yeah, that was brilliant, apart from the intonation in the middle 2 bars.
Okay.
Da, 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 da. It's that 3rd note tends to be just play it a tiny bit flatter. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'd always recommend trying to sing the lines before you actually input them, because you're understanding more how the phrase plays out. For instance, this particular phrase, ba-da-biddy-biddy-bum. So when I try singing that, da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum, I'm accenting the first note and I'm accenting the last note, and then I've also got a surge up to that top note. So yeah, I think that's really useful for me to understand the direction of a melody and therefore making it more realistic. It's challenging doing the programming in advance of the recording because you're trying to predict how the players are going to express the musical lines. I think it was a lot about thinking what I could bring that maybe the string quartet couldn't, and vice versa. So with the programmed strings, we could add a lot of bulk and richness and some shine, but also those programmed double basses, so some depth there. And with the quartet, it was about adding those virtuosic solo lines and all the squeaks and creaks you get with string instruments.
I think maybe we should do one with everyone playing that style, so we've got 2 takes of that. So going into the session today, you gave us programmed strings to sit on top of, because just hearing the orchestral sound underneath, when it feels that lush, you're more likely to play it more legato or more romantically, or you sit in the note and you can think about the musicality rather than just, you know, concentrating on the actual technicalities of playing.
I'm always thinking from the beginning how to make the music realistic rather than waiting till the end to do all the detailing. And I think you've got to be able to isolate a line on its own and for it to sound realistic.
I hear the violin as more like feminine and the cello as more masculine, so it's like those two characters like kind of blending together throughout the track. So I kind of want to introduce them separately with the solo string at first. You know what I mean?
That's cool. I like how you're looking at the like different energies, like masculine and feminine. That actually really makes sense in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another one.
All in all, it's been a really interesting experience, and I really love working with real musicians, but it's not always feasible, and I think that it's great if you can add programmed elements into your work. And it's also been interesting to see how Blue has used the programmed strings versus the real strings and that ratio within the track.
I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was just exactly how I'd imagined it. Like, my main starting point when I start on anything is really just that it should be sexy. And I think that's like how we started with this, which is quite a broad term because anyone can interpret that any way they like. For me, that's kind of half of what it is. I want to see how someone does interpret that and then where we come together on it. Because for me, there's so much of that energy in everything. For me, my driving force in music, even when you're moody or you're sad, make it sexy. It's fine.